Hello, hello. So first of all, happy Sunday and happy New Year's Eve. Oh my gosh. Can you guys believe it's New Year's Eve? So we're gonna get started on I have to show you something though. And I have to tell you, so I've already announced our first fun thing that's gonna happen next month. And it's our birthday 1 day bash kickoff a Saturday full of projects. So there's more information on that. But we're also I'm going to be kicking off a craft room cleanup. And it'll start over on Scrapbookers tomorrow. But I found this, and I'm telling you, what a cute little caddy to have while you're working. A couple of clothespins, what I'm going to be using. Put this there on your desk. Wow. I just had to give you a quick show. I love it. We're going to get started because there is somebody after me today, and I have to kind of keep on schedule. Last night was fun. It was so relaxing, and I really enjoyed everybody being there. And also, just like last night, be sure you say hello, make yourself known, because I'm going to be doing giveaways, but it's for gift certificates. So for gift certificates that you can start using tomorrow, January 1st. And so I will be picking 3 $25 gift certificates from my live. Everybody who is watching, so you got to be watching. Well, yeah, make sure you say hello. Yeah, I'm going to make you stay here one way or another. No, I'm kidding. But you got to tell me you're here, because if I don't know you're here, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, then I'm not going to be able to pick your name. Hi, Pamela. Okay, we're going to get started with our box. And I did do a walkthrough last night, so I'm just going to do a quick one here. And you will want something to tie this shut. We're going to put this all together. Now, I went back and matted it after, but this piece right here, we do want to mat before we put it on, because it was so much easier to do. And so let me grab my white seam binding that I never seem to grab in time. And we're good. We're good. I'll put it in my little holder here. And hi, Diana. And we're good to go. So I did get everything cut, and I want to go through each piece and explain it to you. And I will be putting the cut sizes again up on the screen. And I did put the cutting guide for the box I created over last night. I already posted this, so it is on the group page. Hi. Oh, you're from Clinton, Utah? Well, hello. Yes, you got to come visit us in the store. Yay, I love it. Yes, Kim hopes you all are enjoying all the projects, and I think they are, Kim. I saw some very cute card holders. But let's go through everything that we're cutting. Some of you did get it cut last night. It's not a lot of pieces. That's what's nice. But when we get to the 10 1/4 by 10 1/4, that's kind of hard to see on the gray. You will have these 2 pieces left over, and I don't want you to throw them away. They are 1 3/4 by 12, and then you're going to have the shorter piece from cutting. And this is what I create this belly band with. So these 2 strips that are 1 3/4 are not on your cutting guide, because they're what you have left. And Debbie is asking that the video, it's not frozen on my end, Debbie. Go ahead and click out and come back in. Pamela, why are you jelly? Because let me tell you, don't forget to sign up for the 1-day birthday bash. We're going to have 5 birthday projects in there. February 10th, it's on the website. If you are, of course, you're in here watching, you get to use your 10% discount on it. Include shipping, everything, and all the projects. Your birthday bag to kick off our 10th year starting tomorrow. It has been 10 years since I sat down one day and told my husband I'm going to quit work. And we'll go into more of that, though, during the year. Okay. And I'm going to put him aside. I'm going to turn my pages upside down, and we're going to go over what you need to cut so we can start working on our fun projects. On the bottom of your screen is your first piece. 6 1/4 by 6 1/2. Yeah, and please make sure if you got to use your discount, because we can't go back. So everybody, yes, use your discount that I posted. It is only good till midnight tonight. So you'll want to pop on there and grab that. So 6 1/4 by 6 1/2. We don't do any scoring with this piece, so you can set that aside. We are going to need 2 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 inch pieces. Okay, we'll go back over all these again, but 2 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. I'm using the oh my gosh, the antique. One of them's lighter than the other. See the difference between the antique and the linder? And so I'm using the middle one. So now you want 2 6 1/4 by 6 3/8. Two of those. And we want 1 6 1/4 by 8 3/8. And 1 10 1/4 by 10 1/4. Okay, for those of you cutting, I know Ray, and Ray, you were like here from early on. In fact, Wilbur is going to be 7 this year. I cannot believe it. And Ray, we still have a few of them that hang around, but they're not in very good shape. After Homer was neutered, Ray sent him a box of tennis balls to replace what he had lost. I'll never forget that. That puppy was in heaven. And he still loves balls, but he doesn't miss his original ones. He's got lots of new ones now. But okay, so we are now going to start from the top. Oh yeah, a lot of you have been with me since the day Country Craft Creations launched, and boy, I'm sure grateful for that. But it's amazing that we've all been together for 10 years. You know, it's so awesome. Your cutting guide is right here, Diane. Oh, there's a cutting guide on the main group. Go into featured when you're looking for any of the tutorials, the cutting guides. Not all the tutorials I don't think have the printout, but I last night put down these cutting measurements. They're in featured with the picture of the box cover, just the box cover. So go into featured and you will see these cut measurements. And again, I'm going to go over them as we're working. So your 6 1/4 by 6 1/2 is our first one. Now, the box is 6 1/4 wide. So that's one way to remember it. This is going to be 6 1/2 long, but it is 6 1/2. Everything is 6 1/4 long that will be attaching to our base. So this is our base. We'll set that aside because we don't need to do anything with that. Now, our 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, we are going to score both pieces. And your score line or your score marks are written on the screen. And then because it's 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, it doesn't matter which side you have them on. You're going to have 6 1/4 across the top no matter what. And we are going to score both pieces at 1 inch. And 2 1/2. One inch, 2 1/2 inch. Oh, wrong pile. Okay, so that was our first piece. 2 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, or yeah, 6 1/4 squared basically, and you want to score at 1 inch and 2 inches. Now our next one, we have 2. Did I tell you you only needed 1? No, you do need 2. That was the wrong piece I grabbed. So now we are on the 2 6 1/4 by 6 3/8. And we're going to put our 6 1/4 at the top of the scoreboard. No, we're not. We're going to put our 6 3/8 at the top of the scoreboard. Bobby, it has not been 10 years, has not been easy. There's been a lot of happiness. First of all, I'll tell you, there's always happiness. There's been a lot of tears, anxiety, all that come along, not with only running a small business, but, you know, being a mom, grandma, husband, all that stuff. But I got a great team. You're right, Bev. It's the team that is with me that makes this work so flawless. Okay, back to our fun here. We're going to score at 1 inch. And the measurements are on the screen, and 2 1/4. 6 3/8 across the top. Make sure it's a very small difference, but it will make a difference because, again, we need 6 1/4 top to bottom. And we want to score at 1 inch and 2 1/4. Okay, we have one that is 6 3/4 by 8 3/4, and that's going to be that closure that you saw on our box. And I want you to score this at 1 inch, 2 inches, and 2 1/2. 1 inch, 2 inch, and 2 1/2. We'll just do all the scoring and then we'll start playing. Okay, our 10 1/4 by 10 1/4. And I have to tell you, I didn't kind of run out of time for me to continue looking at videos. I think, didn't Jen make her shadow box like this? Isn't that funny? But that's good because I think she did, where you made the box. If so, you've got practice. I shouldn't maybe be talking because I needed to go watch it. But she was at the store yesterday too, and I didn't have time because we were just catching up on so much visiting. So we're going to score all 4 sides exactly the same. Super simple. But you want to score at 1/2. 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 2 inches. Just, we're going to turn till we've completed all sides at 1/2, 1, and 2. One half, 1, and 2. So 1/2, 1, and 2. Now that's all 4 sides. And so that you have time to catch up here, I want to just get into the New Year's Eve group so that I can show you under featured when you're in your New Year's Eve group And it could look different. It could look the same, but you're going to see these words: you, chats, reels, guides, featured. Now, sometimes you're going to have to scroll up or down depending on your device. Okay. And there's been a lot of activity today. 19 hours ago, I posted the cardstock cutting guide with that photo underneath. Now, a lot of times when I'm looking for things, recipes, whatever, I screenshot that, and then I can go back and look at it in my photos just to make it easier. So for instance, on your phone, I would just screenshot. So once again, I want to go through that with you right here. Your tabs, whether you're on your computer or whether you're on your cell phone, iPhone, you will have featured. Now, I think iPhone devices, you go to your three dots in the corner, but I could be wrong because I'm not an iPhone person. And see, Tanya has moved everything into features. So here is your cutting guide for Michelle. Wasn't that adorable? Here is your 5th recorded video by Debbie Alley. And there is your cutting guide by Tamara Merrill that I posted last night. Now, I did a screenshot. Oh, and there's my babies. Love them. So anyway, gallery. Look at that. At my fingertips. See, I do a lot of screenshotting. You're going to see a lot. I've got so much screenshotting because I screenshot, I go back. And of course, we don't want to lose that one, right? Screenshotting our tutorials or whatever is your friend. Trust me. Once you get used to using it, you'll be so happy you used it. Okay. This little guy, we're going to actually start with first. Our 10 1/4 by 10 1/4. And what I'm going to do is go ahead. I'm just doing the inside score for right this moment. I always do that with my boxes. I just do that inside. These are fun to make because, oh, you know what? These will be here very soon. And I love it. I love it almost. I mean, I love it, I think, more than my pencil. I love my pencil too, but this thing is 1 inch wide. And not, I mean, no, it's 5/8 of an inch wide. And boy, is it so handy. So they'll be here very, very soon, I think next week. But things are closed for, you know, the holiday. So I'm going to grab a marker. I don't want to mess up my paper, but I do need to show you what we're going to do. And if you did Jennifer's, you probably already know. We're going to our first cut, we're going to go straight up. Then I'm going to cut off these first set of little squares. The only thing that I'm looking here to keep is this, see this tab? And it happens to be this big one here. I want to keep that. I always get nervous. I really do. And so we're going to go straight up here. We're literally going to just keep this box. Everything else around it here, see, is going to go away. This is the only piece we're going to keep. So I'm going to go straight up. I still have my big square. I'm going to go up 1, 2, Oh, I hope these dogs don't start, Wilbur. And I'm going to cut it off. So I'm going to cut off these 2 1/2-inch score lines. I'm going to go straight up here. Now, it doesn't matter if you end up with yours this orientation or this. It's going to still connect the same. I'm going to show you. Like I said, I always get nervous teaching this. You just need this little flap. Now, if this little flap's going this way, it's okay. If you end up with a flap this way, I hope I'm not losing you. Sometimes if you cut this way, your flap's going to be, you're going to adhere it. It's going to work the same way. It's not a problem. Not a problem. But now, once again, I want you to go straight up. So we have just this guy, the whole big one. Okay. Then we're going to cut off the 2 1/2 inchers. Okay, and I want to stop for a minute. I want you to get a good look at that, because I know it can be confusing if you're not familiar with making this. So all we have left is this tab. And if you cut these away, so you would just have squares, but you need to have the 1 inch. So think of it this way. This is our 1 inch side of our box that will fold up. So just think of this straight line. So you're going to leave this one. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to make sure we cut all of that off. So we have a straight line from this tab to that tab. Okay. So now I want to just turn this so it's the opposite direction. Again, tab at the top, straight line down. No, they don't have to match. I'm going to show you. If I happen to turn and accidentally cut this way, so don't let this confuse you. But if you did, and I went, oh no, I just cut it the wrong way, my whole box is ruined. No, it's not. Just make sure you have this left. I'm going to show you. Don't worry, we're going to do some moddering here, and then I'm going to cut off my 2 1/2 inch pieces. So for instance, now this guy is facing this way and these are that way. And you may say, oh no, I've ruined my box. No, because you still can connect it. Okay. So if you've got one this way and this way, it's okay. You are just fine. But now I'm still going to make this one match the top one to show you, yes, it will work. As long as you have this 1 inch connection, it will work. Okay. So we're going to cut straight up on the score line. Keep our box. I'm going to take away my 2 1/2 inch guys, and then my 2 1 inch guys on this side. Now, even though he's the wrong orientation from this one, it's fine. It's fine. But I'm going to, I want to miter this. So now I'm going to fold. And you know what? You can fold your score lines however you like. I kind of like to go in the sequence like this, because you know how if you burnish them all, I end up just having to reburnish them anyway. So, and this kind of keeps me orientated to what I'm doing. But you do it however you like to do it. So now I'm just going to fold that over, so I can get in there better and miter the corners. I'm going to cut that off because I drew on there and I didn't want the ink. Then I'll do the same for these tabs. Did I get it? Oh, no, there's that one. Then we need to miter. You have 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch score line. We only need to miter the first score line. And I'm just going to go all around my box, mitering that first because we want to fold. We're going to fold this under. It's going to make the top there a little bit stronger. I'm going to straighten it up too. Had too much hanging over the edge. Then we're just going to, I'm going to put it down for a minute, let you get caught up. And while you are, if you're cutting with me, getting caught up, I'm going to draw a name for our first $25 gift certificate. And I want to lay this here so you can kind of look at what I've done. And I'm not going to burnish this yet because I'm going to take a little bit off of each edge in a minute. Oh, that's going to be gorgeous, Carolyn. Okay, well, let's pull a name from everyone that's in here. So it's going to take me a minute. I got to just separate my screen from YouTube to Facebook, YouTube to Facebook. Then we're going to do a $25 gift certificate to Country Craft Creations. I don't know if Tanya's still out there with me, but hopefully she is because I need her to make sure to write down the name because you know me, I'm going to forget. Okay. Well, Gina Spears, you are our $25 gift certificate winner. Our first one, I've got 3. Okay. Gina Spears, $25 gift certificate that you can start using tomorrow. And I hope you're writing these down, Tanya, because I'm not. Now, I'm going to fold this over and it's going to make a nice clean top. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Heather. I saw you there, Heather. I'm sorry. I didn't say hello, though. I'm going to take, just in the groove there, a little bit off the top. I mean, just a little bit. My cutter didn't do what I wanted it to do here because I don't want it to not fold very nice. Oops, now let's get back to the comments. Okay. And I'm going to just repeat on all 4 of those. Oh, good. Oh, okay. Tanya's in both places, YouTube, Facebook. So she's helping me watch. No, she's watching. I'm just giving away the money. And Wilbur seems to think it's dinner time, and it's not dinner time, boy. Okay. All 4 of those trimmed off. Just a tiny, tiny bit. But that tiny bit makes a difference from when you fold this over. You need a box that will fit 5x7 cards. Okay. We have to get on that. But I think there's some out there we've done. I'm pretty sure. Now, see, that will fold up really nice. And I'm just going to add my adhesive there. And then you'll have a nice clean edge. Oh, Heather, I'm pretty sure Monty has. And I think all of our designers have. And 5x7 cards, they're my favorite size. Oh, well, Pamela, I know I have to be careful with beagles in that word of dinner time. Okay. Now we're going to just go around the edge, and I have to show you something too that we're going to do before this gets put into our other pieces. Well, Wilbur's going to stand right next to my chair at attention for the next half hour, thinking that he needs to be fed. Oh, well, Sharon, you got two good screens going there. Elvis and CCC. Great way to spend New Year's. That I agree on. Now, see, mine's a little crooked, and I don't care. You're not going to see, you will not even see this part of the box, except for the top. Diana, this one is our winter gray. It's so pretty. Oh, your fur baby is sleeping by the fireplace. That sounds heaven. Did I, yes, I did start my channel before my store, Bobby. And I'll tell you, I was scared to death. My old videos are still on YouTube, and they are just terrible. Just terrible. Oh, you know what, Lisa? Oh, you're in Montana. Oh, I love Montana. Mine aren't, my other two beagles, well, they could be outside, but they're spoiled rotten, so they're not outside. But you're right. Montana is chilly. Okay. So a couple of things that I'm going to show you that you can do, but I still did it. Quit it. You guys, I have, see her nose? Can you guys see her nose? Look at this. Go away. Quit it. We can mat. All this we can do the matting here if you want. I did not mat the inside at all. And then I do mat this little 1/2 inch piece before I put it together. And it just makes it so much easier to do it flat. Okay, so yes, that was Charlotte. So our sides are 1 inch, and then we have the 1.5, and they're all going to be the same length. And I'm going to cut, I'm going to cut it at about 6 1/8 inches, and I'm going to use the glitter paper I was telling you. This is the glitter paper in Snowbound, or the snow. I hope I told you the right one. And it does not mess up your cutter. That is what is so nice about it. And it cuts beautifully. Okay, so I need to cut 4 7/8 of an inch strips. In fact, it cuts better than the paper. And 4. Then I need 4 about 3/8 of an inch strips. I'm going to go just a little bit wider. Oh, I think I went, oh, no, I didn't. Did I go over it? Nope, I did not. These little measurements can be confusing. Now, you don't have to use glitter paper if you don't want to. Okay. And I want 4. going to have to call. I'm going to have to call in my reinforcements to feed them because they want to eat now. They're being naughty. Okay, so I have my 4 glitter pieces, or you can just use regular cardstock. And regular cardstock is going to be your same measurements. So I want to leave this. This is the back side. We are also going to put a piece of paper on the inside to strengthen this. I did not double mat. So pretty though. And oh yeah, and more of the glitter paper will be here next. It'll be either Friday or the following Monday. Like I said, with the colors, the new ones, when it came in, we didn't even get the box put away, and you guys, it was sold out. And we had a lot. But I'm telling you, it die cuts. It goes through your Cricut or Silhouette just beautifully. You can make bows. It's flexible. It's super shiny. It's beautiful, and there's no mess. No mess. Well, they could be hungry, Pamela, but if I feed them too early, we have problems at night. The measurements, yeah, I did. They were 7/8, and I did my, did I not tell you guys the measurements? These are 7/8 of an inch. And mine, measure yours, was about 6 1/8. So I cut mine 6 1/8, and these 4 are 7/8 of a piece. And I'm sorry if I didn't tell you that. Again, I did not do the inside. You certainly can. You don't see it. It will strengthen it. But I felt this was strong enough. Then my other strips were the 3/8 of an inch. I did go just a hair over by 6 1/8. And I'm really pushing, and nothing's coming off. So beautiful. Then I will go back and add these strips. Now I need to double check on these. Okay. I am going to leave them off of one side. It doesn't matter what side, because your box is square. It's the same all the way around, and your inside now becomes 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. But we need this one side to put our door on. And it actually, it will adhere better. So you only need 3, but you will need it later, if that makes sense. Oh, wait a minute. You don't even need it, but you'll use it elsewhere. Oh, no, we do use it on the top. So, yes, you will leave that off, and it goes after we put the door on. Heather, you got to get on it. No, and we had an email go out on that. The December daily kits will be done and shipping the end of next week. got a little behind, but they will all be shipped out. The tutorial then will start on January 30th. Okay, it doesn't matter what side. Just leave one side without the glitter 1/2 inch. You know what? Okay, you guys, how did you know it was Tiffany? No, it wasn't her this time. Actually, the poor thing, she was waiting for me to send it for design team, and I had to tell her, you got to wait now till the rest of it gets there. Because before I could even pull hers, it was gone. Okay, so this inside now is also, it's easier to mat before we put our box together. So what I did, let me show you. I'm using Artisan Navy Blue. And now I'll pick a different one from the collection. So you could get 3 boxes from it's called Winterland collection. So pretty. You can get 3 boxes from it. Use that in the top. You can get 2 or 3 basically. And I think we'll go with the trees this time. Snowmen are pretty cute. These are what I had left. So this will be a little different. But I'm going to cut my bottom piece with my Artisan Blue. I could use the Artisan Light Blue too. That would be pretty with the gray. Okay, so my first cut is going to be, if you're double matting, it's going to be 6 1/8 by 6 1/8. This is also going to strengthen. Hi, Cindy. This will also strengthen your box. I'm going to take a hair. I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off of each side. I don't want to bend it in the score lines. That's much better. Okay. Now my next piece is going to be 6 by 6. Well, 5 7/8 by 5 7/8 actually. So we have more. So I have more of the blue border showing. So 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. And this is the Artisan Navy. So let's see. I always put it down first. No, I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off. So this is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 because I want, oh crap, I just did it at 4 3/4. Whoops. So 5 3/4 by 4 3/4. That's our navy blue Artisan. And I did bring the light blue, the baby blue. I almost used the baby blue with it because that's gorgeous too. You could even triple layer it if you wanted. That'd be very pretty together. There we go. Let's see more of that blue. Like it. The blue, the navy blue just makes it pop. And the Artisan green would look pretty too. Hi, Anne Marie. Happy New Year. I just love, well, I love when all of you are here, but I love when our designers pop in. You need regular blue? What's regular blue, Heather? Regular navy blue, regular light blue, regular ocean blue. Okay. Did they eat? They just wanted to be fed. We're good. Thank you. You may continue now. My husband's going to smack me. Hey, Janice Donahue. Look at that green on the back. It's so pretty. So, Pamela, you were right. The puppies wanted to eat. So they're all fed. They're happy. Hopefully now they'll just go to sleep. Our fingers behind there. Now we can put our box together. Okay, I want to go over everything here. Oh no, that's, oops. You know what we should have done, but it's okay. I didn't check my orientation. So I'm going to have you, it's not going to really be a problem. We'll just have to cut another piece. Check the orientation of your paper because I forgot that this needed to be over to the left when you were done. When you were matting. Oh, wait a minute. We're okay. Hold on. No, I'm not. This needs to be over to the right. I'm going to attach the lid to the right-hand side. So that it's just a little design flaw that's not going to really cause any issue. It just means we have to cut another piece of glitter paper and it'll be fine. Sorry about that because I should have checked the orientation here and I did not of my pattern. So do check that first. Don't be what did we say? A Tamara's. What did we call them yesterday? Because we have Tiffany's tips. Tammy something. I don't remember. That was yesterday. Tammy's tumble. So that was a Tammy tumble. Why, thank you, Debbie. So that was a Tammy tumble. And don't repeat it. I need to kind of straighten this guy out. He's hanging over the edge. We don't want it. We want a straight edge. It just means we have to cut another one of these strips. I was trying to save you paper. And yes, do reburnish. Don't skip this step. Or your box won't be nice and square. Or it might not be. Okay, clothespins will be handy. You see the box lid that connects here. So we'll put one on the outside here also. But I'm just going to start with that first tab. Let's hold it for a minute. Then put your clothespin down if you have one. And we'll just keep working around the edge here. Oh, Janice, is it snowing up there? Oops. Make sure those are flush with each other on the side. So we're going to let that sit for just a second. I'll let you guys catch up. See, we were talking last night. I need to make this a little bigger. Well, actually, this will fit without the decorations. And if we don't put these down, I need to make it just a little bit bigger. And wouldn't that be cute to put our project from last night in here? I need to make it 1/4 of an inch bigger. That's all. And we could get everything in there. Okay, now we want to connect our guys here. The thing is, I'm going to push down the 2 sides here. It doesn't, well, check your paper. It's directional. I have to keep telling myself this. So what I want to do is I actually want my, now it's my left-hand tab. Since I want it to be on top, my top and bottom will go down and my left and right will go on top. So now I'll put a dot of glue here on the left and here on the right. Just in the corners. Make sure everything is squared. By squared, I mean everything is matching up on the edges. I don't know how these animals know the time, because when it gets close to 4, you feed them and then they're quiet. It's awesome. Yeah, we don't have any snow in Utah either, except for in the mountains. Okay, that's just going to now sit and dry. We've got our pretty glitter paper on. We don't need to do the bottom. It's going to attach to the rest of our papers. And we're just going to move on now to all these other pieces. And we're going to start with our 2 that are 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. Our 6 1/4 by 6 1/2 base. Just set that to the side for a moment. And we've already scored, so we want to burnish those score lines. I'm going to go ahead and take the banner off so it doesn't get confusing. No, I don't mind waiting 30 seconds. I sure can. I sure can, Michelle. I spoke too soon because now they're going to start. You messed up a step. Well, welcome to the Tammy Tumbles Club. Michelle, just holler when you're ready. Yes, you want to glue. Let's talk about my nails during the break. Yes, you're going to glue. Now you want to glue all 4 corner tabs that we already did on the inside. Well, thank you. I'm getting ready next week to have them done. No, wait, she's on a cruise. Yeah, sometime next week. My nail girl is on a cruise. Oh, Prize Patrol time. Yeah, Janice, it is Prize Patrol. So you know what? Janice is our Prize Patrol at the retreats. So Janice, I want you to go through and I want you to pick out. I want you to scroll through. Will you do our Prize Patrol for us? Or do you want me to? No, wait a minute, Janice. I'll do it because I want you to be in on the Prize Patrol to win. Okay, but now if you win, I did not jinx this. Okay, guys, Prize Patrol, another $25 gift certificate. You guys ready? All right, let's get over here on StreamYard so I can have all my YouTubers that are in here. I got to get to the top. Oh my gosh, lots of comments. We're talking a lot, aren't we? Okay, are we ready? A 6x6 almost will fit in the box. Almost will fit in the box. Okay, and then I would also maybe make your cards just a hair smaller because you can make your cards any size that you want. And let's see where my cursor ends. Carolyn Adderman. Channel your inner Tiffany. It ended on that comment. So Carolyn Adderman has won our second $25 gift certificate. Congratulations. Okay, I'm going to go on now. It's been 30 seconds. So our 6 by 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. We are burnishing those score lines. If you ever get a chance to come to a live retreat, Janice is our prize patrol at the retreats. And what makes her so fun is her accent. Okay, let's just burnish both of those. And we're going to slightly miter the corners. Just slightly. You don't need a big one on this. Just slightly. I want you to grab your 6 1/4 by 6 1/2. Now your 6 1/4 top and bottom, and you need your 6 1/2 going horizontal, vertical 6 1/4. Now you're going to be able to tell because you're going to now attach one to the left and one to the right. And if it's too long, then you need to turn it to the other side. And if you need to do any trimming, you can do it now. And I do. I have one trimmer that it just doesn't, it's off every time. And I don't know why I don't just use my dolly. Except for it's on the other side of my desk is why. But they're not quite the same. There we go. Now we're going to add adhesive. This is the 1 inch. And I did 1 inch because you want more than a 1/2 inch to connect here. Just glue it to the score line, not over it. Just stop right at the score line so that it will still be a usable score line. Well, it's not new. And unfortunately, we were selling these and the company has gone out of business. They're not new. They are absolutely wonderful and you can't get them anymore. Like I did try to get a hold of her many times when she was selling it, and I don't know what's happened because she never responded back. But they are wonderful. Are you going to a party? Oh, I'd rather stay home and craft. I know our friends from church are all going to the Bull Wars and the New Year's Eve party. I'm like, I'm crafting. I'm staying home. I got my friends because I'm going to be with my crafty friends. Of course, I didn't tell them that, but look, it's going to be bad enough seeing if I can stay awake till midnight. I know. Well, you got to go, Anne Marie. We'll be thinking of you, and Happy New Year. And excited to see what next year brings us, right? Okay, that's what the back's going to look like. We will cover that with cardstock, of course, because we'll want it to be pretty. Now, we're also going to go ahead and mat this now. And I'll tell you why this bottom. Because once we attach the box, it does get a little bit hard. So make sure you want to the side, top and bottom. If you're going to use a piece of paper that is directional. So now it measures 6.5 by 6 1/4. And I will start with my navy blue because I did double map the bottom for strength. So I will cut that at 6 3/8. And oh, thank you. So 6 3/8. And I'm going to cut 6 1/8, but I need to use my other cutter. So you won't see me cut it. But this guy, it's really hard on the arm. I can't see it. Okay, remember one side, it's a little different in size there. And then let me pick my pattern paper if I can use a scrap from before. That one's too cute. You know, I think that will work. So my blue was 6 3/8. So this one is going to be about 6 1/4. Just going to cut off my branding strip, and that should be just fine. And I'm going to cut it. Oh, it's already 6. So we are good. Of the paper collection, single sheets. Oh, are we running short on the winter paper? Ooh, okay. I'll just take, you won't really see it on the bottom. I'll just take that 1/8 of an inch off though, for my sake. Oh, I know. Isn't that gray and blue just gorgeous? My snowmen were going the wrong direction, so I didn't feel bad about not using them. They're so cute, too. Yeah, I like this winter collection by Echo Park. I really do like the softer pastels and the pink. Well, it's kind of a mauve-y pink. But it is cute. Kind of girly. But you could use all the blues and grays and make it more masculine. Okay. Like I said, you won't really see this much. I mean, but you will when it's closed. So you do still want it to be pretty. And it will give more structure to the project. You know what? I did not get in the glue guns, and we were talking about that. There is some controversy over those with the one company, and I'm not going to be bringing them in. Imagine selling a Pepsi bottle and saying that you're going to put Coke in it. I think that's kind of what's happened. They've been using Nouveau bottles, and they're empty, and they're advertising that you can put any glue that you want in those bottles. So I'm not sure if there's a problem, but there could be. And I know production has been very slow on them, so I'm not going to carry those glue guns. Okay, our next piece is 6 1/4 by 6 3/8. And I had some ladies actually using that glue gun yesterday. Some love it, but most of them, there was piles of glue leaked out underneath. So just so you know, I don't know what's going on with it, but I was shocked when I saw so much glue. Okay, 6 1/4 by 6 3/8. We've already scored. And we're going to now just burnish those score lines. Oh, the tips aren't staying on also. And on these guys, so kind of like the waterfall effect. And I didn't have a directional. Okay. That is your gusset. This is where we're going to glue it down right on top of that score line. So we want to miter these corners. And we're going to do both. Well, the one thing about the crop, remember, you can use any paper collection with this. Any. And this is going to just be a really fun project in any collection that you use. The fireworks are starting already. Oh, you know what? Depending on where you are, Cheryl, if it's Eastern time, I don't know if our neighbors will be doing it. We have one neighbor who's usually crazy, you know, it's like he's a pyromaniac or something. Oh my gosh, I hope he's not out and about tonight because he'll shoot them off everywhere. When we had our horses, we had to watch because they'd land in the hay. Okay, right to this score line, just like on a waterfall, we're going to put it on that score line. But we'd be out there with the hose to make sure our hay didn't start on fire. And really burnish that well. Add my glue. Oh, and the sun is still shining here because it's only 4 something. Oh, we gotta keep working here. I don't want to get into our next video. Isn't it Sandy? I might, but at least hers will be recorded. And I'm really sorry, Sandy, if I do. I'll quit talking and we'll work. Really, well, this is what it is, putting this together. It's so fun. Okay. So we'll go there, and our bigger gussets now will fit over the top. And we can set this aside for a minute because we need our box. So go ahead and grab your box. We're going to mat. I want to mat this. Also, while it's flat, it just is a lot simpler while it's flat. See, it's the door. Oh, we sold out of it. Oh, they're single sheets. Okay, well, we weren't sold out of it until I used it. So thank you very much, you guys. Okay, I want to show you something. So this little guy right here, we need to fold the big flap back. What's going to happen is this is going to become a door. Okay, so we did go ahead and burnish our gussets back, but now see how it kind of sits up like that because we need the flap to open like so. And this time I do want to do, I'm going to round off my corners just for a different look. This one I didn't round my corners, but I want to round it this time. You know, sometimes the rounding of the corners just gives it a finished look. I like it. And now, how this is going to do, this 1/2 inch is going to sit here. We are going to end up putting glitter on it again. So this is going to just wrap nicely. You have 1/2 inch right here. So when you put it on your box, if for some reason it's kind of too long, you could trim it. But I do like the rounding of the corners. Then it just wraps around nicely to the back. So I want to go ahead and remove these guys. Now we need a closure. And if you do it at this point, let me show you. At this point, you do it at this point, sorry. You can go ahead and add it right underneath here now, or you can glue it down. See, I glued it down so it comes over the top. And I use seam binding so that it's very pliable. So when it opens, see, it's like this. And then I didn't want to put it, I didn't put it under the paper because I felt it would be too much hole on it. So we're actually going to stop and go ahead and we're going to mat. And this is where you're going to want another piece if you're using your glitter paper. And it's the same length, 6 1/8. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. And so I put it there on that little hinge. This don't move. I told it don't move and it didn't move. So, which one? This one. Ah, they're both a little bit. Did I get a little too long? Okay. I'm going to cut another piece. Yeah, I want it to be just a little bit longer. So the glistening snow. This time, I need to check my measurement better. It just was too wide. And 6 1/8. Because if I get it too close to my score lines, I did it again. Too close to the score lines, it's going to get bent in there. Oh, I can't measure. I'm going to do that side. Man, just that little fraction of a measurement will make a there we go. Make a difference. Much better. Okay, that's going to go down first. And I did double mat. So pretty though when you get that glitter on there. I know Sally says not to measure. Well, you know, junk journals and things like that, you definitely can get away with not measuring. Something like this, no. Okay, I'm going to go 5 3/4. No, I'm going to measure. So 5 3/4 by 6 1/8. 5 3/4. Perfect. I don't have to cut another one. No, I'm going to measure and then I usually end up having to recut anyway. I as you can see, let's round those corners and see what happens. Yeah, tearing against a ruler is great too. Wow. I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off my length. And sometimes even when you measure, you got to keep doing it because, you know, there we go. Okay. Pattern paper is going to be 5 7/8. And if it's directional, we got to watch that directional because I'm trying to use pieces and parts. This is what I used before, and I really like the snowman on there. So we're going to do this again, 5 5/8. Lisa, we are mailing our glitter glue, but when it comes, and I've been getting emails, I forgot to tell you guys, we do put a hand warmer in there. So this is going to be 5 3/4. You're going to have a hand warmer inside of your art glitter glue, and it should be wrapped then in foil. We wrap it really well. We try to anyway. That way. Oh, let's just go with that. Let's take another 1/8 of an inch off. It gets to you hopefully safe and sound. So that's what's inside of your package. I've been getting some emails. What is this thing? Well, it was a hand warmer. And so far, it's been arriving safe and sound. Or if you want, you can drive up and get it. Yeah, you're like, sure, that's a long drive. Okay, so my matting for the top came out to be 5 1/2, and it's 5 3/4. And then Michelle in the warehouse will wrap it in foil, and it should be in a USPS bubble envelope. Now we've got that pretty blue showing. We've got the beautiful little snowmen. This definitely would be really cute for, you know, little girls' winter pictures, or just for my winter pictures. And this will sit on here. Now we do have to do the inside. And for the inside, I did not do a double mat, but you can. And again, we're going to mat it before we add it to the box. The only thing is we'll do the ribbon or the seam binding before we add on our decoration. It'll just kind of flop behind the box. Okay, now the inside piece, I'm just going to cut my cardstock 5 3/4 by 6 1/8. And I'm going to go more plain. So this is what I've got left. I still have my covers. Not too worried about using the cut aparts. I used the plaid on the inside of this one, and it was really pretty. So I think we'll go with, I'm going to go with the green. The other side is the blue plaid. I'll go with the green snowflakes. I'm going to make my first cut at 5 3/4. That will give me, you know, a bigger piece down here. And 6 1/8. The gray I'm using is the winter gray. The antique gray is your lighter, so it's like the medium gray base. Again, I think my cutter, I just know either I'm not reading it right or it's off, because I have to take 1/8 of an inch off each time. And I love this little cutter, but something's off here. It's either me or I'm sure it is just me. And this really isn't two directional, so that's very helpful. Even the green looks pretty with gray. Is it the same? And I love my Stampin' Up cutter because it's just convenient when I'm doing lives, so I don't have to keep getting up to my big dolly. But I love my dolly a lot. Okay, so this is ready. So that should be, you know, a hinge. So it's an easy working hinge. And again, that little glitter piece will sit there, or your pattern paper, and it should match top to bottom. So we are going to glue this in 2 spots. Oh, be quiet. Sorry. And I'm going to hold, I'm going to put this on my box like it's supposed to. And then I'm going to just tip it upside down or on its side. And I have this 1 inch piece here in the back. So whatever is easiest for you. You don't want to glue this side. Do not glue this side. I love the speckle white too. Our speckle white cardstock. Yeah, do not glue this down. What we're going to do is we're actually just going to glue this piece. What I found is leaving that unglued, even it's not going to move. When I glued it, it was pulling. There was a lot of tension. I mean, you can glue it. I leave that free. And I glue this top piece. And when I glued this here, I couldn't seem to get this straight. So now see, I can move it as I need. Oops, and I can get it straight there on that edge. But you can glue it. If you do glue it on the side, it'll probably still work. But mine was, let me show you. It's hard to explain. You just have to do it and see what you like better. I couldn't quite I had some of my edge sticking out, and I was like, but I couldn't move it because it was already glued down. This way, it just seemed to be more relaxed. Oh, I'm sorry. My dogs are such a pain in the neck. Oops. A little more glue there. Grab your seam binding, ribbon, whatever you want to use. because it has to go all the way around the box. That's why we don't want to put it down till the ribbon's there. So I'm going to grab our seam binding, and I'm using too much, but I'm just going to cut about 2 yards. I'll use the rest later. Crinkle it if you want beforehand, but you know seam binding, it's going to crinkle anyway. It does. Yeah, this can be just, you can use it as this. Okay, so see, now we've got some relaxed edge there, and it made it so much nicer for me to work with it. I don't know why. So I'm just going to kind of figure out where my center is here. Oh yeah, you don't need 2 yards. That is quite a bit, unless you want to double it. Okay, I'll double it. Score tape. I'm just going to put a piece across the back. Somewhat in the middle. You don't need a lot. Just enough to help hold that in the beginning. I don't think I will. Double it. I'm getting the proverbial warning. 30 minutes. Okay. I did. You don't need it. You don't need 2 yards. And tie this shut where you want it to be. And tie knots in the end so they don't fray. Then decorating it is not going to be difficult. And I just we'll be cutting this out. I'm going to kind of keep going. We'll come back to this and the decorating because, and then I did a little thing in here. I know that the next video is recorded, but I hate to break into her time, but we'll see how we're going here. Okay, grab your box now. This is going to be a tight fit side by side. But it fits side by side just fine. It's not too, actually, it's not too bad of a fit. It's more of a tight fit top to bottom. So however you want to get your bearings here, because it's going to fit top to bottom, like there's no error here. But it should not hang over. Come on, glue, don't clog on me now. Now you're going to have side by side, you should have about 1/8 of an inch or so. Top to bottom, though, it's top to bottom, period. See, it's flush top to bottom. Now I'm going to open my box and we're going to do some furnishing here inside. Burnish, is that correct, Tiffany? Yep, burnish. Get that baby down there. Okay, because we're running in. Oh, I always go over. We're going to close that there. We're going to close that there. Now, see how nice that is? We do want to mat. I'll tell you why. We got a mat. Otherwise, it's going to be, our belly band just isn't going to fit completely properly, right? So I want to move this guy over here just a little bit. Tie it more on the side. So let me show you. I did a 4x4 cut apart. And since I already have my little 4x4 cut apart, I will pick a different one. But we're going to cut it down. So let us know. Well, it's too blue. Let's go with the blue. Go ahead and cut these guys apart. And I think the back side is, look how gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I love that one. And I don't know why they didn't put this one on the back of cut aparts, because I think it's not as pretty. But they didn't ask me, so what can I say, right? Oh, here we go. Look how cute. But he's pink on pink. I don't want pink on pink. I think he was the last one I had, because I used most of them on the other box. Let's see here. One other one we can journal on. The others are 6x4s. Okay, so I'm going to use this one that says winter. And I'm going to take my navy blue. And I'm going to cut my navy blue at 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. And if you're using glitter, you can use that. I'm going to cut this at 4. Yeah, 4 by 4. Man, that cuts so nice. And I knew I was going to do it. Just take a 1/4 of an inch off. I mean, 1/8 of an inch off. I knew it. Should have done it in the first place. Okay. Glitter. Then I'm going to cut him down to 3. I want it to be 3 5/8. So I'm going to start by just taking 1/8 of an inch off all 4 sides, so my cut apart stays symmetrical. And it just ate it. I almost sweared at my cutter. Sorry. Tanya said I have no more minutes. Yes, I do, Tanya. I have 20 minutes. Well, you know what, guys? The next, I'm going to take another 1/8 off. The next video is recorded. So do you want me to finish it with you, or Tanya could kind of move the next video? Would it mess it up if the next video is adjusted, Tanya? Oh, isn't that pretty together? Look at this. Gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, I'll finish. Okay, Tanya, we've made a decision here. Yeah, the video will be recorded. Can you adjust the time on the next video? I'm sorry. You know, I can't get through anything without talking. That's the problem. Please, Tanya. She'll be okay with it. So I wish you guys, if you've got it, you've got to see this just with the blue. Oh, it's just amazing. Just amazing. I lost my video, so I got to get back to you guys. Okay. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. Okay, I'm going to keep working, Tanya. So just go in and adjust the time on the next video. And do you see how well everything glues to it? I'm glad you guys like it. Thank you. I was beginning to doubt myself. Isn't that pretty together? Grab your box. Now, again, you do want to keep it flat. And I'm going to put it right on top of my ribbon. And it needs to be flat. Don't pop it up on pop dots and things, or you're going to be kind of wishing you hadn't. Well, I like the recorded too. I don't know, Jen. There was white glitter. But remember, there is more coming and in larger quantities. It just went really fast. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down through all these gussets, and I'm going to I just have glitter. And your gussets are, what time is the PJ contest starting? It is starting, RJ, I know Zoom starts at 9:30, but it don't matter what time it starts. We'll adjust it. Okay. So in here, we've got 1 1/8 for these gussets, and this gusset is your 1 1/2. No, it's 1 1/4. 1 1/4, 1 1/2. So I'm going to cut my glitter paper, but I have to tell you, I'm not cutting it with this cutter. So I'm going to go over to my big cutter because I want to cut this 6 1/8. Oh, thank you. Okay, Tanya did the adjustments for us. Okay, so my lengths are all the same, 6 and an 8. It's just it's just the width. Your lengths are the same, 6 and 1/8. Perfect. And your, but it's your width. And here was the other thing too. I do use it on the outside. I think I will have enough. And so I'm going to cut, and I do turn it upside down because it slides. Well, it slides better. Oh yeah, it slides much better. So again, I said 1 1/4 is your middle ones. and 1.5 is this outside. So I'll cut 2 of them at 1 1/8. No, you're going to cut 4 because we're going to do the inside that wraps around our box. Oh, on this one I left it plain. Oh, I need to get that one finished. So we're going to cut 4 1 1/8. Will this one get me 1 3/8? No. Okay. Now for that's this middle layer. Outside layer will be different because I do double mat the outside. So inside 1 3/8, and I need 2 of those. Whether you're using a glitter or your just regular cardstock, that's the measurement, 1 3/8 by 6 1/8. These 2 pieces, that's why I double mat the outside, because we're going to double mat so we don't have to cut more. I need to go get my jammies on too, because I'm going to be in my jammies tonight and I'm not usually in my jammies. Okay, we're going to put these these are my 1 1/8. Looks so pretty in there. What a beautiful gift this would make. Not only do we need a pajama party for the retreat, we need matching pajamas. We ought to look into that for our May retreat. Everyone get pajamas at Old Navy or something, so we can have matching pajamas at the birthday bash here in May. We still have, well, we only have 10 slots for the in-person. That one is being done virtual also. And when we do the retreats, though, the big ones, you get your cardstock, everything. You even get your glue, your adhesive, and different things. And we got new things planned for 2024. So I'm excited because it won't be the same retreats that you had in 2022 and 2023. We're doing them different. We're doing some different fun things. Isn't that pretty? And we'll come back and mat. I just mat these later solid. Now we're going to do the sides. You can leave them. You could do it with just plain paper. And oh, I won't go to Walmart either in my pajamas. Neighbors don't see me unless I have to chase the dog, but that's not very often. Oh my gosh, when we had horses one year, it was 2 a.m. They got out. And yes, we were all out in our pajamas in the snow chasing these horses and goat. I couldn't believe it. Hopefully no neighbors saw me. You go to work in your jammies? Oh, Heather, yes, you would. But you can. That's the nice thing. Like I said, you can put anything you want here. If you don't want to use your glitter paper. It's thicker, so you got to help that glue get to the edge. Okay. That up. We'll do The inside here are 1 3/8. Is she doing any better, Heather? You've been with her for a long time. I hope she's gotten out of bed some for you. Yeah, no Walmart for me. You know what, Tomalee? That is true. And when I was working in the hospitals, in fact, I was working in Sunrise in Las Vegas. It was a lot smaller then, let me tell you. And they went to scrubs from our white dresses and white pants. You know, you got to be careful with white dresses and white pants. And so we get into scrubs. You don't have to be careful no more. And you forget that it doesn't take long for other clothes not to fit because we didn't care about our scrubs. Oh, I'm so sorry, Heather. Oh, how fun. And Michelle, that will be fun. I was a director of 2 daycares here in the state of Utah when I went into child development from nursing. Now I play with you guys. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, now we can go ahead and we can just mat the inside. And what I did here is I just single mat because you don't want a lot of you don't want to have a problem with closing it. It will get pretty thick and chunky. So again, everything is still 6 1/8 because I'm just going to single mat. I'll be cutting these 2 inside pieces 3 5/8, and this is the top. So this is that middle layer. So 2 3 5/8 by 6 1/8, and I'm going to start with these beautiful flowers on the sides. So I'll cut this again 6 1/8 by 3 5/8. I'm going to double check that measurement one more time for you. Yes, 6 1/8 by 3 5/8. So before I put these down, isn't that pretty together? Let's go ahead and cut the 2 inside pieces here. So this should measure 4, if I remember right. Yep. So 3 7/8 by 6 1/8. And I think we'll go with our little penguins here, or oh, that's directional. I think I want my penguins on the outside, so I'm going to go with the trees. Right here. So 6 1/8 and then 4. So you'll cut 2 of them that are 4. Or 4 or 3 7/8. Let's double check that. 3 7/8. Matches my tree in the center. Yeah, I need the penguins to go on the outside because they're really cute. Okay, I did not double mat, like I said, on the inside. This is just a place for photos. And we will do a photo mat on the inside and decorate here at the end. Oh, quit it. There we go. So this is the inside. Okay, we'll come back. We're going to cut here, but I did let me show you. I did the polar bears in the pink, but I want to do it the same. So we'll do that in just a minute after we finish these two. Hey, Tiffany, I just am reading your message as we're working. But yes, that is exactly why I was going to get in touch with you, but there's more to it. And I'll tell you when I'm done. You know what? I don't think a double mat would really make it too heavy if you want to double mat it. But if you're going to double mat it, go ahead and double mat it. So when you do the belly band, it will fit properly. And it'll look beautiful to double mat the inside. I didn't. Now you're going to put photos in if you are. Who am I kidding? Do we really put photos in our projects? Or do we just put them on the shelf to be pretty? No. We were just talking about that in the store. We just make them because they're pretty. And because we can, right? Just kidding. Just kidding. So, this side. When I measured the inside, I cut them at 3 7/8. I'm going to cut this at 4. I'll have to cut down a little bit because I just didn't want anything in my hinges. And what I'm going to do, I can either make it the same, and then I'll also use this at the bottom. Like I said, because this is the second box I've done. So and I really do want my penguins to be on my cover. So let's kind of back up here. I've got some scraps from my first box so that I can have it different. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, let's bring that in. It's my snowflakes. I guess they're not directional, are they? We can get by with that. Yeah, we can get by with that. So we're going to cut. Yeah, if we made it with exactly, if we use ugly paper. So I'm going to cut these just a hair short of 4. Hopefully I can get 2. And I'll give you the measurements on the length. Again, because I'm using scraps. This is what's kind of fun to use your scraps, and you can get various, but these are going to fit really well. Sometimes that just happens, and that means the bottom is going to be 2 inches. So perfect. And I can give you some measurements here. Well, actually, these are going to be at the bottom. This is at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. I'm going to cut a 2-inch strip. And I can give you all those good measurements. And again, I'm going to cut it just shy of 4 inches. Just stop before that 4. So we know these are 2 by 4. And these came out to be 4 by 4. How perfect can that be? Okay. I could actually use the cut aparts if I wanted to. Oh, maybe I will. It's always fun to cut your paper and then say, oh, but I like that better. Or do we like this? Then we can put a photo up there. I'll go with that. So I'm going to actually put this at the bottom, snowflakes at the top. Because snow is in the sky. So this will be a little bit opposite. Then I'm going to put the glitter paper. Okay, dark side better than. Thank you, Janice. I knew you would come through. So this is 4 by 4, and I looked at the cut apart side. I would have known it was 4 by 4. And 2 by 4 at the top. Oh, the pink would have been pretty too. I have to tell you, my husband's been out in the shop. If you've seen my Instagram, I have a new Instagram so that I can share. That's crooked and it's okay. We're going to cover it. I can share more personal and family stuff than business. I don't like to mix the two. And he built the most gorgeous pantry. We turned a bedroom into a walk-in pantry, kind of like a butler's pantry. And he's making old screen doors. So excited. And I think he just brought one in for a fitting. Dinner. Who needs dinner? You don't need dinner. Oh, son is starting dinner. Okay, well, then that's okay. And Heather, that's great that your boys cook. Okay. You do want these guys to be the same size because you want them pretty much symmetrical here. Well, that ain't gonna move. Isn't that pretty with the gray? So if you know somebody with a winter wedding, how gorgeous would this be? Jen, your son who thinks to you, your old man would disagree. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I have these strips I've already cut, and you usually do have just these little leftovers, you know? Yep, I hear him pounding. He's up there getting our screen door fitted. So I'm going to cut these at 4 inches. They're about 3/8. We call him, oh, I'll have to remember that. I'll call him Wilford when I see him. Isn't that pretty? Just kind of brings it all together. And it's 4 inches, so it matches my matting, hopefully. This one got on crooked, so it's a little off, but that's okay. Yeah, you can actually use this paper for some other things. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I hope you guys do get this paper just to see the beautiful sparkle. It's nothing like on camera when you get it. It's even more like just stunning. Okay, we have all the inside matting. We'll come back here in just a minute. Now we want to go ahead and do the outside. And I do double matte. Actually, I triple matte. I did use the glitter, so I'm going to use glitter paper, navy blue paper, and I'm going to use the little penguins on this one. So we'll get everything measured out here. We already know our length is 6 1/8. Now, these flaps are the ones that came out measuring 3 1/4. So our first cut with the glitter paper is going to be 3 5/8. 3 5/8 by 6 1/8. I'm just going to get my 6 1/8 cut. I can cut the rest on that, on my small cutter. I'm just going to turn my blade around. Okay, 6 1/8 by 3 5/8, and I want 2 of those. If you're going to do, okay, the triple matting. Oh, how awesome! So 2 that are 3 5/8 by 6 1/8. I love this box with the paper. Okay, now my navy blue is going to go next, and I'm going to cut this at 5 7/8. And 3 3/8. And I want 2 of those. 5 7/8. Yep, that will make it. Double check. No, that is not long enough. What else have I got for straps? Here we go. 5 7/8. And 3 3/8. Isn't it pretty, Jen? Oh, it's just when you put it with the glitter paper, it changes the whole persona of the paper. I can't explain it. It just looks like glistening snow. So that's perfect. Okay, glitter 6 1/8 by 3 5/8. 5 7/8 by 3 3/8. And because you want your borders to really show that glitter paper. Then my penguins, let's get our little guys here. And we're going to cut them at 5 5/8 long and 3 1/8 wide, because again, I want my borders to be prominent. And there, isn't that pretty together? And 3 1/8. Okay, we've got the cutter out. Let's cut. This is where I showed you that I did double matte. And the reason being is these strips that are left over, they're not quite wide enough just to be, one is and one is not. So I double matte so that we don't waste those. And I didn't do any pattern paper I'm going to have to cut from my big sheet again. So I'll cut a strip that's 6 1/8. And the navy blue is going to be 1 3/8. And you want 2 of those. So 1 3/8. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 1 1/4. So I want more of the glitter to show. Okay, hold still. So it's 1 1/4 wide. Oh, we're going to have to cut the length to 5 7/8. Yeah, 5 7/8 by 1 1/4. Perfect. Oh, it's already 1 1/4. But it doesn't look like 1 1/4. But I don't want to take that little bit off because the blade is just going to tear that up. I know it. No, you guys, what did I tell you I cut this one? Oh, 1 1/8. Okay, sorry, 1 1/8. Okay, we do need to cut it. Well, hi, Tammy. After we cut these, we got everything cut. We're ready to just put this together, make our belly band, and decorate. And guess what? We'll be done before 6, and you'll be able to just move right into, is it Sandy's, I think, tutorial? So if you are out there looking for Sandy's tutorial, it's not up. Tanya changed the time because I'm running late. Our little box took a little bit longer. Let's just get all of our pieces put together. Then we'll put them on the box. Okay, so glitter first, navy blue, or if you're using whatever color. And again, you don't have to double mat or triple mat. You could use this as your just double matting. Cut your pattern paper this size and leave it at that. And with this one, again, I didn't distress my edges because it's white. The white core doesn't bother me because it's mostly white. But you definitely can distress this little box and turn it very vintage with one of the vintage papers. Okay, Sandy's will post in 45 minutes. I'm hurrying. But yay, we'll get finished basically. And I'm loving it. It's 5:15 and just now getting dark. So we are gaining some light. When I look out the window. Biscuits and gravy. Oh, that sounds wonderful. I do have to fix dinner before we get back on again because my poor husband, I haven't been fixing dinner. Because I've been crafting. You know what? I think I have everything for biscuits and gravy, but I've got pork chops, so I got to make those. But I'll make pork chops and gravy. That'll be fast. I got my champagne bottle chilling. Anybody got their champagne bottle chilling? Oh, wings are good too. Oh, Vanessa, I know you got your champagne bottle chilling. And I do hope that I get to see you guys on Zoom. Okay, I need to really make sure I get that glue spread around there because I need it flat. Okay, grab your box. And I'm going to turn this upside down because it's going to be a little bit easier to glue. There we go. So you can also do all your matting before you put your box together, now that you know how to put it together. Because flat is better. Oh, not just one bottle, but lots of bottles. Yeah, I'm going to pop the first one when we're on Zoom at 10 o'clock because that's when our Easterners will have their, first midnight. So we'll start with that. We'll start kind of early, right? Okay, let's do the sides. You should have gotten some non-alcoholic, the non-alcoholic Martinelli's. Yeah, Martinelli's. You know what? That Martinelli's is really good. And I do like that. The grape one, the crown grape one. And I had another one at Christmas that was really good. Pomegranate. Martinelli's. So pretty. See, we didn't even need, yeah, you got to have that looking like snow. If I was just doing paper, flat surface wouldn't be such a necessity, but I need this flat surface. I'm going through so many layers. And I'm really having to push to make sure I get that glue spread around. So we want it flat. So now I'm getting all kinds of ideas. I need to turn the inside of this back into an album. We did one very similar on a retreat that I flubbed up, but with these kind of hinges, I need to make this an album on the inside. So many things you can do with this. Okay, pretty cute, pretty cute. The only thing that I did put on the front, and we'll do that in a minute, was a sticker because your belly band is what's going to steal the show. That's what's going to have all of our decoration. Oh, you met my granddaughter. Oh, yeah, she is a sweetheart. Isn't Lexi awesome? So our belly band, and there you go. Our belly band is going to be those pieces that were left over from when you cut your 10 1/4 by 10 1/4. So I want you to grab those two. Again, they can be any size, but I liked the wider. And these were 1 3/4. One is 12. And the other one, because we had already cut it, is 10 1/4. It doesn't matter, but you just need about a 1/2 inch, 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. We're going to connect these. I don't give you measurements for your belly bands because belly bands, I don't know how many tutorials I've followed in the years, and I've tried. They say score here, score there, and then it doesn't fit. So I like to have this nice and matted, and now you'll see how everything just kind of sits really nice. And we'll do some decorating on the inside. And we've got enough bulk there. I'm just going to put that seam in the back. Not really measuring where, just keeping it somewhat straight. Fold it over. Do some creasing as we go with your thumbnail. Keeping it loose. You don't want it to be super tight. And you should have those indentations. Start with the inside one, and let's go ahead and now burnish that. If you want, I can give you what my score lines came out to be, but I can guarantee they won't fit your box. I don't know why. Keeping it straight. You do need to keep it straight. Okay, now it was too big. So with your cutter, I want you to take off. I'm going to take off 1.5 inches. And it doesn't matter what end. Let's see what the fit is now. It needs to be somewhat loose, so don't try and tighten it. So 1.5 inches is good. You can take 1.5 inches, 2 inches, but 1.5 inches is good. Now I'm just going to hold my finger on this bottom part because that's what I want to glue together from my finger to this inside edge. Let's just burnish that down. Oh, Brenda, this will be an adorable baby gift to put the, yes, hospital bracelet, ultrasound in. Adorable, adorable. So 1 3/4. Now you're going to have to measure yours. Let's go ahead and reburnish. I did not double mat. Again, you can. Sure, that's all down on the back side. And it should measure, yep, 6.5. Perfect. 6.5 long and 1.5 on the sides. Yay, turned out good. So let's pick what we want to have on the outside. And if it's directional, I'm kind of out of paper here. I'm out of choices. I don't want the green. I don't want the flat. I could do more of the penguins. But it looks like the pink is going to prevail, or the trees. Pink. That's about, oh, wait a minute. That's about what I got left. I like that better, but I'm only going to get one side. Okay. Oh, well, so much for checking the front, huh? Pink. I'll go with the pink. And 1 5/8. And you're going to want to cut 2 strips. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. 1 5/8. 11. Yeah, I cut 2 strips of 1 5/8. Then 2 of them will be 6 3/8. Oh, good. I picked the right color. I'm going to use my big cutter for 6 3/8. And 2 1 3/8. Watch your direction. This is, I mean, it could go either way. And now we'll just do the matting. And I cut mine too short. What did I do here? Should be 1 5/8. Not 1 3/8. Oh, and I'm just, oh, tell me that's not luck. Tell me that wasn't luck right there. Okay, it's 1 5/8 and then 1 3/8. Oh, I already got my 1 3/8. Oh, but they're not wide enough. On my sides. And then I'll go cut 2 6 3/8. Again. Oh, yeah, Tammy stumbled. Homer just took Wilbur's bed, and if he starts howling, you're gonna hear it with me. So I'm sorry. I had a little bit off there. And don't worry, that seam. So I'm going to turn it because I want that's why I have a cut apart too on the front, because that seam will get covered because I can see the seam and it bugs me. But my cut apart's going to cover part of that. So I think I'll put that in the back though. This seam's more in the middle, so I won't have to put my cut apart like off center. Whoops. Off center there. Yeah, that pink looks really pretty next to this gray. I'm not sure. Don't let me get off either, you guys, without, because we're coming in the home stretch here. But I have to make sure I do one more drawing. For one more $25 gift certificate. Thank you, Casey. You need to make one out of puppy paper, and because of your new puppy, and then you could put puppy stuff in the center. So this would be really cute for your new puppy. And you need to use the Doodlebug puppy. You know, it'd be really cute. Can't remember what the puppy one's called. Oh, Doggone Cute. How could I forget Doggone Cute? Jennifer has a tutorial of an album she made with it. But how cute is this, just to keep keepsakes of your puppy, of the Christmas pictures? She got her family has a new, is it a white Maltese, little fluffy thing? So cute. Looks like a snowball. Just came barreling into the house under the Christmas tree. You're doing pizza on the pizza oven, Jen? I'm coming up to your house. Oh, yum. That sounds delicious. Okay, then Kate, you got to make one of these boxes. Okay, there's our belly band. And we're going to pop our belly band on. We're going to pick out a cut apart from the 3x4s. Hey, that's really cute together. Oh, good. You're going to bring him on Zoom? I want to see him. And for this one, I'm going to grab my 3x4s. And we did cut into some of the 3x4s, didn't we? Your 4x6s are just too big. This one was the cozy. I'm kind of going with Winter Wishes at the 4x4. So you guys don't have to sit here with me digging through. Oh, here they are. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. It's a Marshmallow World. I know it's Pete or Winter Wonderland. Oh, should we go with the dark one? Or the snowman? Marshmallow World. Oh, decisions. Oh, you want snowman? Okay. Snowman it is. I am going to cut my snowman down just a little bit, though. I'm going to take let's take 1/8 of an inch off all around my little snowman. He's from your 4x4s. Yeah, I'm thinking the snowman. And I want to cut him down because I've got to have glitter behind him. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're going to see me using a lot of glitter. My inner Tiffany has been set free. What can I say? So glitter paper is now going to be 4x4. I've loved glitter paper. I really have. But, thinking of making a stitching box with this. With scissors pincushion as a gift. Kelly, I think that sounds wonderful. I've liked glitter paper, but it tears up blades, others. And so when I was able to get this one manufactured, I thought, I'm in love with this glitter paper. Okay. I think we need a little more glitter paper showing. So let's take 1/8. Now, whenever you take 1/8 of an inch, like off one side, you've got to take it off the other side. Even if you don't take it off the next two, if you don't, it won't be symmetrical. You can't use too much glitter. Well, the glitter doesn't come off, Estelle. It's like baked in. You're not going to get it on anything. You're not going to have an allergic reaction. You're not going to have anything to this. You're not going to find it in your hair, your underpants. Oh, double matte with some navy. I should have already done that, huh? Well, let me see. So at the recommendation of Linda, I agreed. We're going to go 4 1/8 by 4 1/8 on the navy blue. And it does look like it needs it, doesn't it? Just that little bit. I'm going to go another 1/16 of an inch. Susan, I know it's not fun if the glitter don't go anywhere, but you know what? I don't like cleaning it up, okay? I'm really sorry, you guys. We have been on for 3 hours. I hope I'm not killing your butts. I just got this. No, I didn't. My granddaughter was messaging and I looked up and I did get it on here crooked. Because when she messages, I answer. Wilbur, if you do. Let me mute for a minute. Wilbur? Sure you do, Tiffany. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm sure you don't love listening to Wilbur. Oh, did he upset you? He upset Charlotte. I'm sorry. He's a brat. Okay, with this on my belly band, I did use the foam. Okay, so that dog, he's so mouthy. All right, I'm gonna kind of. Oh, isn't that cute? Kind of find where I'm putting my dots. Charlotte. Watching those little stinkers. Oh, when you say bird, that I take it you were outside when she took your pictures? Okay. Everything where it's supposed to be. She's trying to get on my desk for some reason. She's being crazy. So on this one, I did a little popping up, and we'll do the same, but we don't have quite as much room. So with your sticker sheet, one thing, I had more space here, so I did put "Let's Stay Home," but the cut apart was smaller. See, so I really don't need. I don't need any of the words here, and I wanted to do that with you where I put down, so I put down the snowman and then I just popped my little penguin up on foam and put the flower behind him, but I don't quite have the room here. But let's go ahead and get some snowflakes going from our sticker sheet. So I'm going to put one down flat, and you have quite a few here to choose from. And I'm going to put a foam. Oh, there's my little foam stick. Where's my little ones? Must have used them all. I had some small ones. So to layer them, you just want to put a flat one in the back. Then kind of overlap on top of each other. And how about baby, it's cold outside over here. And I think I'm trying to get it just under that edge. I need to put another foam. This Band-Aid on my finger ain't helping me much. Oh, you hit the sad face? I didn't even notice. I need to put another foam dot underneath there because it's not holding it up on the side. These guys are sticky ones. That's why I use the black ones. Well, it'll stay recorded. And Brenda, I have been on a long time. I'm really sorry. Oh, there we go. Much nicer. This will poof out more too. Don't worry. So for me, I'm good there. I don't think it really needs much more. You certainly can with your stickers if you want to add more wording and things, but I'm actually going to use this on the inside. So your belly band will slide off. You could put some cute photos there. And I'm going to put my Winter Wonderland down here. And on this one, I put Stay Warm and Cozy. Again, on the inside, you can pop it up. In fact, let's do. We have room. We just don't want it to get too thick. So we'll just. Didn't need the glue, but we got it. What can I say? And you know, I've got to have. I gotta have the polar bear. He's gonna have to make. He's gonna have to make his entrance, and we just have a photo mat to make and decorate, and then we are. Oh my gosh, we'll be done. Okay, Mr. Polar Bear. Don't you dare. She's trying to take my thing. So I'm going to take my polar bear, and he's actually going to be sitting here. I do want to de-stickify him. I hope that's a word. We did get these online. We did find that we had them in the warehouse. It's the EK Success powder, and Tanya did link them. See, I'm not really worried about taking it off of his feet because we're going to stick him. He's not going to stick anyway. On this one, I used 2 Christmas trees in the little fox and then a floral at the top. That was from my sticker sheet. So let's see where Mr. Polar Bear is going. So I need some glue on his nose. Paw and back here on his feet. Okay, that will help dry. I don't want to mess up my sticker. And because I don't have another flower, I've been using these. I just love them. I just thought they were so pretty. Let's go with the Warm Winter Wishes. That'll kind of bring the green in. Oops. Now, I did put some snowflakes on the inside here, but I don't have any more snowflakes. And how cute is this? I'm going to have it hanging to look like it's a sign on the inside. I'm going to pop this up. Now you can still put a photo, you can still put things in there. And I don't have another banner, but I've got to have some banner pieces here because I wanted to go across the top. But again, I need them not to be sticky because if I have something underneath, I don't want it to get stuck. So these are the banner pieces. We're just going to make them unstuck sticky. You know, you can use the baby powder. There's so many things you can use, but this is, you can even use cornstarch, but these and the applicator bottle, of course, I kill mine. I don't know how you guys use yours. You can refill them. I do have refills coming, but it's really safe. You know the powder is. You don't know what's safe these days. Oh, 15 minutes, Rhonda. Okay, we're almost there. I could just keep going. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add glue to the top of these. I'm just kind of making this diorama scene or anything you want. Not so much of a banner. You could then take ribbon. I just want them because they're pretty. But I'll show you what I'm going to do. Oh, actually, no. I forgot. The lid has to close. I was going to say I'd put a button on each one, but I can use the snowflakes. Just add a little adhesive there. I get the little guy. So if you wanted, so what I'll do is I'll just take my snowflake in between. So you have these little, see these little round ones? And they kind of look like a button. And we kind of don't ever notice these. And let's get that's too big. I guess another blue one. It's going to be the same size. Come on. There we go. Actually, I was going to do a string, but you know what? It's just going to be too bulky. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there, I promise. We've got 15 minutes, and I'm going to use, I got 14 minutes. So there's my little insert. Here I did the snowflakes. Of course, this is the silver glitter paper. Okay, let's cut a 4x4 strip. Not a strip, but, or let's see. Oh, I kind of got one, don't I? So 4x4, and then I'm going to cut an inside piece at 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And let's see. Oh, you could also use plain white. If I had white, I would grab it. And I had a piece of the white speckle. So this is that artisan speckle. It is the linen. And I have this sitting there. So let's go 3 3/4. And it has just, you know, that would have been beautiful on the box too. Our speckled white. Because you can't really see. There you go. It's got a little bit of that speckling in there. And it's so pretty. That's meant for a photo. That's why I wanted more of a plain. We're almost there. We're almost there. And then this project is done, guys. Complete. 3 hours. Not bad. Yeah, the speckle tone goes with so many things. Okay. Okay, let's see if it's straight. This is one of those sticker sheets I should have brought 2 home from the warehouse because I think it's one of those great sticker sheets because it had the word winter and all those other big snowflakes that I've I've now used, but that's okay. Because look how cute. A snowman, cozy blankets. So we can add that there. But again, I'm going to remove about a quarter of the stickiness of the sticker so I can put a photo under there. And I know 3 hours and it's gone. But no, look what we have made. How cute is that? Snowman, cozy blankets, crackling fires, ice skates, hot chocolate snowflakes, snowball fights, all of our fun things, and then your photo can go in there. How cute. That is very cute. Now, another one, I had the word winter, and so these are going to be smaller, but I think definitely I have to take, it's tiny, but it's going to be on there. It says best day ever. Okay. Best day ever. I have my little thing here, but like I showed, oh, because I haven't mailed these out. So even though we popped that up, you can still put your fun little treasures in here that you want to give away. Yes, I know. Prize Patrol. Thanks for warning me. And I'm seeing lots of messages, and I promise this, when I get done, I will answer them. And let me just click them all so I can see the comments for Prize Patrol. Okay. Added stickers to the photo mats are perfect. Oh, thank you. But isn't it cute? So now we'll just close this up and make sure I did not leave anything off. And because I do have a little bit of an issue right here, I got some glue. You guys can't see it on the camera. If I had a flower, I'd put it across there, but I'm kind of out of them. Like I said, I've been using a lot of these. Let's see. I'm going to put the word snow because you guys can't see it. I can see it. It's a big glob of glue. There we go. And now it's gone. Isn't that great? Add your photos. So cute. It's the paper. It just really, so actually I could use either belly band. And we got it all done. So your belly band it'll stretch a little more as we use it. This one almost looks like I may have to die cut some snowflakes. I gotta have some more on here. I may have to die cut snowflakes for sure to put on there. And that's it. We are done. And Tanya, thanks for the extra time. We did it. We made it. And this was my box to show you guys. Yeah, see the cute mittens and everything. You got to get 2 sticker sheets. So you're going to want 2 sticker sheets. I got to do the sides there. Whoops. Polar bears were so cute too. And we'll put the belly band on. And I'm done. Oh gosh, I'm glad you guys are here. And I'm glad you are having so much fun with all the designers tutorials. See, there's your different, the silver and then the snowbound. The finished size is 6 1/4 vertical and 6 1/2 horizontal. So your box is 6 1/2 inches wide and then 6 1/4 top and bottom. Oh, switch belly bands for Tiffany. Okay. Tiffany wants me to switch belly bands. Actually, yeah, isn't that pretty with the silver and the white? And then over here, we'll have the white glitter and the silver glitter. So see, it's in there. Hold on. And don't forget, 9:30 Mountain Standard Time. We are going to start the Zoom. Tiffany, okay, you're good. What can I say? That looks better. She's right. She's right. She's got better eye on color than I do. We are going to be starting our Zoom, and we'll help you get in. But that way, when the clock strikes 10 at my place, it'll be midnight somewhere else. And we will be celebrating together and crafting and talking and just having fun. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed, are enjoying everybody's tutorials. We got to have some glitter on the back. And let me just, and if you haven't noticed, we're starting 2024, of course, together, but then in February, we'll be mailing the boxes out the end of January for our birthday bash kickoff. It's going to be birthday projects. We're going to do most of it live, giveaways, and you guys are going to help me celebrate the whole year of 2024 of our 10th anniversary or 10th birthday. And I hope that you guys will all be there. Now, let me do one more drawing before we say goodbye. And I clean up my mess. I know I'm so excited. I'm just excited for all of it. Okay, you guys. Okay. I got it. We got to get over here on Facebook too, because we don't want to miss out on any of our Facebook or YouTube friends with our gift certificates. Okay, who's ready? Everybody got their fingers, their noses, their eyes, everything's crossed. Is everything crossed, guys? Okay, well, Terry Chapman, are you still with us, Terry Chapman? Because you said hello a little earlier ago. You are our third winner of our $25 gift certificate. So watch your emails tomorrow. Those will be in your email for tomorrow, and you can use those. And you can use them on anything you want. So they will be emailed tomorrow. So good night, everybody. And wait, my living domestic husband is making I love it. Your living domestic husband. That's great. You know what? My living domestic husband, usually he would if I asked him, but I think he really wants me to cook it tonight. It won't take long. We'll be back on at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time, and we are ready to party. Get your champagne and non-alcoholic. It don't matter. Don't have it at all. Just bring your tea, your water, so we can toast in 2024 together. Good night, everybody. Until we meet again.